I'm going to be teaching a posture called balasana, which is also translated as child's pose. It's quite a simple posture, but I'll be working with different variations to stretch and open up the shoulders and the side body as well. It's a really fantastic posture. As I said, it's quite simple, but it's very good at very calming and soothing the brain, the mind, the nervous system, releasing any fatigue, mental or physical. And I'll just demonstrate it very quickly. Talk about a few little things. So in a nutshell, in essence, we're going to be coming from an all fours position, and as you exhale you're going to be releasing back into this position here with the head down. So you notice how my bottom is coming to the heels, my head is down, and my hands can be forward or back, and I'll be showing some different variations to go with that. Now some of you who maybe are a little bit tight or stiff, as it really works to the knees, the hips, you can feel work into the back as well, and also into the ankles. I'm going to suggest that some of you maybe might need some props here. You might have like a small folded up blanket, perhaps. If you've got a very strong arch here, you can have some extra support, perhaps. You might want this blanket folded up, perhaps like so. If you've got a lot of tightness and stiffness here, to create a bit of support, you can even use, obviously, if you have one of these. Yes. Now, if you have knee problems or issues, you might need to be very wary of this posture. You might even need to skip it, or does it have extra height and support? Okay, so I'd like us to start from an all fours position. And by the way, if you are pregnant, you would obviously need to not have any pressure on the abdomen there. You might even want to have a little bit of space, to create a little bit of space, but I'm going to suggest that we start from an all fours position with the thighs parallel, vertical. And you're going to be moving in time with your breath. So as you exhale, you would draw the buttocks back towards the heels. You would release the head down, right to the end of the out breath. And then as you inhale, you're going to gently float back to the all fours position. And I just want you to try that a few times with your breath, just following your breath. Exhaling back. Inhaling to all fours. Let the breath initiate the movement, surrounding the movement with your breath, navel moving back towards the spine into the out breath, and that slow inhale. Subtly energizing this, containing the heat and energy from the breath. Just maybe a couple more like that. Really start to get in tune with the breath. And then just stay down, take a few breaths in child's pose. And you'll be feeling a restriction in the front body because of the thighs. So just carry on breathing. And see if you can breathe into the back body a little bit more. And you might even want to try just bringing your hands back, resting on the lower back, and either holding on to maybe a couple of fingers or the wrist, and let the shoulders release. And use the weight of the hands, the arms, to release the buttocks to the heels, and to really breathe into the back and feel the movement of the breath in the back body. We tend to underutilize the back body, hold a lot of tension, not really utilizing the back lung. See if you can feel that area doming and expanding on the inhale. And then this softening and the sense of melting and dissolving. Connecting to the breath. Letting the body release, letting the brain release. And you can do child's pose. You can release the hands either sides of the feet, the ankles. Let the shoulders broaden, the elbows release. Feel the weight of the head, the weight of the tailbone. And just take a few more breaths here. Calming, soothing the mind, the nervous system. Releasing any tension or fatigue. And I'd like you to now stretch your arms forward, which is Utthita, extended balasana, arms child's pose. Maybe even lift the head to take a little look as you press your bottom back and lengthen forward. I want you to just walk your hands a little out to the right. So you're going to just gently arc the spine and then release the head down. You're aiming the breastbone somewhere over the right knee area and release the head and just breathing into the side body. See if you can open up the side lungs, open up the intercostal region and the side ribs. Really noticing the breath. Let's try the other side. Walk the hands round. Keep pressing the bottom back to the heels. Really lengthen evenly through the right and the left waist. Release the head down. And then you're going to gently, slowly come back to center. So if any of you who are struggling, remember we had that option of using a little bit of height, maybe something between the buttocks and the heels. You can also use something for the head. If you need some extra height, you can build as much height as you require, really, if you're very tight and stiff. Okay? But let's see if we can just lift up and then slide your left arm, palm up underneath your right arm. Keep pushing back and lengthening and turning the head. And you can have some extra height to support you might not require. And you can just turn the head and just breathe and release into the side of the body and work into the side of the arm and the shoulder, the deltoid region. And just notice your breath. Really connect to your breath. See if you can really inflate and deflate the body like you would a balloon. You would stretch the skin of a balloon, inflating, deflating. Moving the energy of the breath through the body. And then gently, slowly coming to try the other side. Keep pressing the bottom back as much as you can. Slide the right arm underneath the left. Your fingernails to the floor. You can turn the head so the temple can release to some support or the floor. Maybe that block. Observe any areas of the body that feel tight, maybe a little bit tight or stiff. Just send the breath a little deeper into those regions. And gently coming back to center and decide whether you want to keep your arms forward or you can release them back and just take a few more breaths. Just breathing and softening into this shape of balasana, child's pose. And either decide to stay a little longer in this posture, or you can slowly just take a few moments as you come up just to notice the effects of the work and take that stillness, that peace, that ease and balance into everyday life. You could please enjoy the rest of your day. If you have time, check out the next video in the series or perhaps even the relaxation Shavasana video at the end.